if we're talking about the 80-20 rule, right, which is about 80% of women go after the top 20% of men. Now, we can argue whether or not those ideas are, or those numbers are exact. But what we do know is that women tend to be hypergamous. We just know that. Women tend to want to go for the best guy. And that means that there's a lot of men who either they're not in that category or they're just not getting the time of day. And so the way I'm understanding it is these good guys, or these guys out here who might be passed over, especially in the Black community, because y'all know at a certain age, unfortunately, a lot of Black women, they're not even dealing with you. Even if you're attractive, even if you are a tall man or you have good looks, if you are, unless you're like, coming in with that like future persona, or unless you're coming in with that bad boy persona, you're simply not getting the time of day. The good guys aren't really getting attention like that until they're like in their 30s, unfortunately. I'm not saying this is always the case, but a lot of times it is. And so those dudes who get passed over because they don't fit that prototype of what Black women have been shown, the sexy man is, they're going to go to other countries where they don't have to do all that. They could just be themselves. They may appreciate a guy who's into anime, or they may appreciate a guy who, I don't know, likes play video games or cartoons. You know what I mean? Like the full expression of masculinity is appreciated. Whereas out here in the West, whereas we say it's all about trying to be accepting of people's individual expression, that acceptance primarily is only given to women, and men are still very much put into certain prototypes. And if they do not fit that prototype, then they are ostracized, or at the very least, they're not given attention. So when he's saying these women are easy, the way I'm perceiving it as like, yeah, you can just be yourself and you're going to get a lot more play. You being just a good man, right? Attractive, or you're just, a good dude, you're actually going to have options. Whereas out here in the West, there's so much toxicity. It's almost like you literally have to play game. And who wants to do that? Who wants to have to play game to try to get women? And again, this isn't always the case. I'm not saying this is the case all the time, but it's enough to where a lot of guys are feeling like a better option for them is to leave and go to another country.